50 miles.
I don't know, mileage, I don't know, but it's not.
I'm just trying to get an idea. I used to live in Sacramento. I have one of my kids in Sacramento. But it's like, I'm just trying to make sure I get the right thing. And Kevin was telling me you guys are going to get a Fire Stick. That's what you wanted to get. And I know I've heard of them, but it's like, I know nothing about those. I don't even know what it is. What is a Fire Stick?
I mean, it's just to watch TV or same thing as a lot of the apps, like a lot of those free apps, like
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know what this is. So you won't have to go. You won't have to go into cable or any of that garbage.
I might still have to anyway. I mean, that's just for additional stuff.
Okay.
Like they don't have an actual channels. It's just not real channels. Just I might have cable. It's
What is cable running these days?
I don't know. I don't have a regular cable. I just have like a company. They're streaming versus satellite.
Okay.
But it's still cable, so it depends on the company and plans and everything. It's not one price for everything.
I have AT&T, and I got when I got my I don't have cable or any of that kind of thing. But when I got my my phone, as long as I had unlimited phone, I had unlimited internet and Wi-Fi. And I was like, and that was lifelong. So it was like, thank you very much, I'll do it. And they said it don't matter what phone you have as long as you have unlimited. And I said, thank you. I mean, $30 and I've got my internet and my my Wi-Fi and I've got my phone. Thank you very much, I'll take it. This used to be a race car track. It used to be where race car tracks went. And I look at it all now, and I watched it all get built. First thing that came in here was McDonald's. This won't take me long either. I'm just gonna go and see if they've got what I'm looking for. Otherwise, Hakeem's taking me to Fairfield tomorrow. I told the woman, I just want to, I want everything on food stamps and then pay for the other item. And she didn't pay attention, but she was brand new, so it's like, I just give her a break. So you know what? Do what you did before. Let me off, and you go park, and then I'll call you.
Cars behind me.
All right. Well, they're gonna have to wait a second.
Yeah, but I can't really stop here either.
Yeah, you can. You gotta stop.
No, I actually can't.
All right. I'll
Stop slamming the door. Damn. Yeah, you can't do that. Stupid bitch. Man, she's a fucking bitch. That's why I hate working with her. She's a fucking bitch. For safety, you dumb, stupid client. I hate this fucking client so much. I hate her so much. Okay. They have to wait, bitch. No, they don't. I'm the one that gets in trouble.
According to the union, 86% of the members voted for the contract, which will be in effect retroactive to August 1st. The Teamsters president calling it the best contract in the history of UPS. Coming up on your KFBK afternoon news, top stories, traffic, weather. We'll get you the latest on what's happening on Maui after the wildfires. You can listen to us anytime, anywhere, on any device, with the free iHeartRadio app.
Building a better Sacramento. KFBK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, news, sports, talk, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Do you have a yard that neighbors talk about? On my block, there's two types that get them talking. Eyesores and the yards they wish were theirs. Thanks to the outdoor remodeling experts at System Pavers, there's one home everyone's been gushing about, the Decker's Backyard Makeover.
Hey, Angela, you been over to the Decker's place yet for a barbecue? Oh, yeah. We were there last weekend. I love their new outdoor kitchen, and that new paver patio and gorgeous fireplace. It's absolute perfection. I know. If that was our backyard, we would never go inside. We loved it so much, we're having System Pavers put in a new patio and fire pit. Nice. I know where I'll be this fall.
Isn't it time you gave the neighbors something to talk about? Get started by visiting SystemPavers.com or calling 877-PAVE-002. Act now to get up to $3 off every square foot of pavers and turf and save big on the outdoor remodel you and your family deserve. That's 877-PAVE-002 or SystemPavers.com. All orders must be placed by August 31st. See website for official details. Contractors license 661575.
50% off everything has arrived at Banana Republic Factory for a limited time. Explore end-of-summer savings on reimagined classics, fall-ready styles, and more. Only at your nearest Banana Republic
this
Factory
stupid
store.
client. I hate her so much. She thinks the world has to stop for her, not the other way around.
Back to school
Fucking
is on.
bitch.
Staples
Oh,
has great
can't
prices
stand
on
her.
everything you need for your best
Can't
year's
stand her.
Save on notebooks. Save on headphones and laptops.
I hate working
Save on
at this
pens,
job too
markers,
for
and
that
all the
reason.
essentials. And
Crazy
now at
people like
Staples,
her.
24-pack Crayola crayons and comp books are only 50 cents each. Plus, select notebooks are just 35 cents each. School on, save on at Staples, where school savings are always in session. Ends 8/26. In-store only, limit 30.
50% off everything has arrived at Banana Republic Factory for a limited time. Explore end-of-summer savings on reimagined classics, fall-ready styles, and more. Only at your nearest Banana Republic Factory store.
Hey, it's Pat Walsh, and American River Flooring is offering $100 off every $1,000 you spend in August to celebrate their 23rd year in business. Save hundreds or more by booking your flooring, painting, or cabinet project this month. American River Flooring, 8510 Madison Avenue in Fair Oaks, or online at AmericanRiverFlooring.com.
Hi, it's Brian Bennett from Bennett's Restaurants in Roseville and Sacramento, and our newest restaurant, Bennett's Westside Grill at Rockland's Blue Oak Town Center on Lone Tree Boulevard. We believe in serving the freshest handcrafted foods in a warm, convivial setting. Our restaurants are roasting hand-selected prime ribs of beef every week on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and all prime rib specials come with your choice of homemade soup or a fresh green salad. And as many have found out, we also pack these dinners to go. Order online at Bennett'sRestaurants.com. Having a meeting or large group dinner? Our newest restaurant in Rockland features 3 different event-sized spaces for large group gatherings. 80 guests? No problem. Bennett's Kitchen Bar and Market, Eureka and Lead Hill Roads in Roseville, and Bennett's American Cooking on Fair Oaks and Howe in Sacramento. And our brand new Bennett's Westside Grill at Rockland's Blue Oak Town Center on Lone Tree Boulevard. Come let us put a smile on your face and enjoy our hospitality. Find us on the web at Bennett'sRestaurants.com and book a reservation today. Eat well, stay well, and remember, Bennett's is where you'll always receive a hospitable welcome.
At Raley's in Bel Air, we thoughtfully pick our produce at the peak of ripeness to provide the best and fresh for you and your family. Our buyers work diligently to source the juiciest fruits and freshest vegetables at affordable prices. We're so sure you'll love our fresh produce that if you're not satisfied, we'll replace it and provide a full refund. This week, enjoy locally grown yellow or white peaches or nectarines for only $1.97 a pound, and get 18-ounce packages of fresh blueberries for just $3.77 each. Only at Raley's in Bel Air.
Struggling with CPAP? Now there's Inspire, the only FDA-approved obstructive sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body to treat the root cause of sleep apnea with just a click of a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Visit InspireSleep.com to learn more.
KFBK Sacramento, BKFL, all kinds of news, traffic, and weather.
KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
5 o'clock now at KCK News Radio, and good afternoon. I'm Kitty O'Neill with the KCK Afternoon News. The story's now trending. 2 defendants in the Georgia election conspiracy case turning themselves in today. Legislative efforts now underway that could lead to slavery reparations in California and a posthumous honor for a fallen Roseville Marine. Traffic and weather first, and we'll go to the KCK Traffic Center for Dana.
All right, Kitty, and we had an accident involving a Dodge Charger and a semi. Not injury, luckily. Northbound I-5, West El Camino Avenue, just got notification CHP at 456 closed their incident report, so that means it's out of the way, but traffic is backed up past 50 at this point. Again, northbound I-5 West El Camino Avenue off-ramp. It's heavy normally, but this did not help, okay? Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons. Dana Hess, KFBK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
Thanks, Dana. Now the KFBK forecast.
Tonight we'll see mainly clear skies. Expect a nighttime low of 61 to 65. Tomorrow hot with sunshine. Tomorrow's high 96 to 100. Thursday hot with plenty of sunshine. A high once again of 96 to 100. I'm AccuWeather's Drew Shannon on KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
We've got Carmichael at 90, Folsom 90, Sacramento 90. And your top national story, a conservative attorney who pushed a plan to keep Donald Trump in power has turned himself into authorities on charges in the Georgia case, alleging an illegal plot to overturn the then president's 2020 election laws. John Eastman was booked at the Fulton County Jail earlier today. CBS News correspondent Nicole Killian reports on when other defendants might surrender.
One of the ones that we are watching for is Rudy Giuliani. He said on a radio program last week that he intended to surrender this week, although we have yet to learn whether or not he has an attorney here, whether or not his attorneys have met with the district attorney. We do know this morning that some new bond arrangements were made for other defendants in this case, including Sean Still and David Schaefer. Schaefer is important to note because he was the former head of the Republican Party here in Georgia.
Eastman is charged alongside Trump and 17 others who are accused by the Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis of scheming to subvert the will of Georgia voters in a desperate bid to keep the Republican president in the White House after he lost to Democrat Joe Biden. Your top local story, lawmakers at the California State Capitol starting to craft bills based on the work of the state's reparations task force. Senator Stephen Bradford, a Democrat from Gardenia and a member of the task force, is introducing legislation that will create a new state agency to administer the future payments to descendants of slavery. The new bureaucracy would be named the California American Freedmen Affairs Agency and would be tasked with overseeing the program of reparations as determined by lawmakers and the governor. Bradford says the new bill will allow the legislative policy discussions around reparations to begin. Let's get more news now with KFBK's Joe Michael.
City Governor Gavin Newsom is calling on the Supreme Court to overturn a Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals decision that would allow domestic abusers to have guns. KFBK's Dina Kodiak reports.
Newsom has filed an amicus brief in the U.S. Supreme Court in support of a case which would forbid people under domestic violence restraining orders from possessing guns. A federal case is being heard after a separate decision in the Court of Appeals held the red flag law as unconstitutional under the Second Amendment. Newsom says domestic abusers simply should not have guns. California has its own red flag laws, and 45 other states have similar ones. The brief supports the federal government's ability to execute common-sense gun safety legislation. Dina Kodiak, KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Conservative House Republicans are making demands they say need to be passed if a short-term measure to fund the government at the end of September is to get through. The House Freedom Caucus says it plans to oppose any stopgap government funding bill that doesn't include policy measures related to the border, alleged weaponization at the Justice Department, and so-called woke policies at the Pentagon. The group wants any stopgap to include the Secure the Border Act, which was passed by the House earlier this year, but strongly opposed by the Democratic-led Senate. Speaker McCarthy has indicated he expects to move a short-term funding measure to avert a government shutdown. The demands put pressure on Republican leaders who can only afford to lose a handful of votes in their slim majority. Cleanup efforts continuing across Southern California in the aftermath of Tropical Storm Hilary. Crews have been out in force, digging out vehicles buried in mud and working to help communities that haven't seen that much rain in nearly a century. CBS News correspondent Carter Evans reports from San Bernardino County.
Entire neighborhoods buried in mud and debris after Tropical Storm Hillary battered desert towns and surrounding cities in Southern California.
And within a matter of 3 minutes, my whole bottom floor was filled up with water to waist level.
Wading through knee-deep mud, Ronald Mendiola said his family of 5 was stranded on their roof as debris rushed through Cathedral City.
We did make it to safety by a Good Samaritan coming and actually passing by and picking us up.
Rescue crews have been pulling trapped residents out of their homes, transporting some to safety by backhoe.
Officials are warning the heavily saturated ground could lead to mudslides and debris flows. Officials also warning those who sustain damage due to Tropical Storm Hillary to watch out for scam artists. With several areas, in some cases entire cities, covered in mud and debris, fraudsters see opportunities to scam homeowners. One of the most common is a phone call from someone pretending to be a government official trying to take a tally of those affected by the storm. They ask for sensitive personal information that they can then sell on the dark web. Scammers may also pose as representatives of charities or community groups asking for donations online. Officials say the best policy is to initiate contact with FEMA if federal assistance is required. 5:06 on the KFBK Afternoon News with Kitty O'Neill.
All right, Joe, thank you. A Placer County hero being remembered with a street named in her honor. KFBK's John Bernizzi reports.
23-year-old Sergeant Nicole G. was a native of Roseville and a graduate of Oakmont High School. G. was also a U.S. Marine. Sergeant G. deployed to Afghanistan as part of a female engagement team to help evacuate Afghan women and children. She was killed in action by a suicide attacker in Kabul. Next Monday at 9 a.m., family, friends, and fellow Marines will gather for a ceremony naming Nicole G. Drive in Roseville. Following remarks, the family will ceremonially take the first drive down the newly opened road. John Bernizzi, KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Now, Nicole G. Drive is so new it may not show up on mapping apps yet, so to get to the ceremony, you take Baseline Road to Westbrook Drive, go north on Westbrook to Nicole G. Drive. So, your poll question today, down at the state capitol, a rally today with speakers surrounded by piles of electronic waste for a bill, Senate Bill SB 244. They were supporting it, the speakers were, and what they're doing is trying to make it easier to get laptops, phones, appliances, and other electronics fixed, either by you, the consumer, or by an independent repair technician, because right now, of course, you can only get their things fixed in certain places, and they say that that's done because the companies build them with proprietary software and tools. The result is high repair prices and people just getting rid of their items and buying new ones, which results in a lot of electronic waste. So we're just asking you, do you have a problem with that, this SB 244, the right to repair, it's called. Not everybody on our poll is for it on Twitter. Let's see. Yeah, 65% like the idea, but the rest are not sure, don't think it's necessary. So would like to hear your thoughts on it. Pound 250 on your smartphone, keyword open mic. That's coming up right now. More of your top global and national stories on KFBK News Radio, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. From ABC News, I'm Daria Aldinger. Harold is now a tropical depression. It's expected to dissipate later tonight, but it's still causing heavy rains in South Texas. ABC's Maria Villarreal says it also brought power outages. Tropical storm Harold slamming ashore, making landfall at around 10 a.m. on Padre Island, Texas. The storm quickly gaining strength as it bore down on the Gulf Coast. Streets submerged. Some areas could see half a foot of rain. Harold's winds so powerful it knocked out electricity for thousands of residents. What's left of Harold will move into West Texas tomorrow. A late-season heat wave is broiling the Midwest. Chicago Public Schools canceling outdoor activities. Dr. Keisha Campbell is superintendent of District 205.
Making sure that we constantly keep a pulse on the temperatures and how those temperatures could impact some of our outdoor use.
Temperatures could hit triple digits from the Gulf Coast to the Dakotas. 8 Republican presidential candidates have qualified for tomorrow night's debate. Businessman Perry Johnson is not one of them, and he's suing the Republican Party.
They're making a decision on whether or not we have an accurate poll, and they don't even know what they're talking about. There's no statistician, there's no pollster analyzing it.
Johnson speaking to ABC's Stephen Portnoy. Former President Trump says he'll turn himself in on Thursday to authorities in Fulton County, Georgia, in connection with an indictment that accuses him and his allies of attempting to overturn the 2020 election. Today, several of his 18 co-defendants surrendered, including a legal advisor.
John Eastman's defense is beginning to take shape. You heard him say that he still believes the election was stolen. The problem is, at this point, that's a political defense, because at some point he'll have to offer some evidence for that being the case. But he also says that he was acting on behalf of former President Trump.
ABC's Aaron Katursky in Atlanta. You're listening to ABC News.
Let's get your traffic and weather together now. Dana Hess in the KPK Traffic Center.
And brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall. And right now, downtown to the split, 24 minutes, eastbound Cap City. Yeah, it's running very slow. Split out to Roseville is about 12 minutes, and we had something working there. Eastbound 80, northbound 65, a crash. Two vehicles said to be blocking the roadway out there. So again, just keep a lookout. Eastbound 80, northbound 65. Downtown Elk Grove, 22 minutes on I-5. That means they finally got into the act. 17 minutes on 99. That's actually looking better. 23-minute ride downtown to Folsom on eastbound 50, and about 22 minutes downtown to Woodland Main Street on northbound I-5. Going out to Davis is about 10 minutes. Again, that's westbound. Eastbound is where all the action is, really, and that starts now at Richards Boulevard. Goes all the way to Childs before it kind of looks in the rearview mirror there. Only comes once a year, the spectacular Labor Day sales event at the Roseville Auto Mall. You'll save on every make and model in stock, plus there's excellent financing and factory discounts available at the Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best. Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons. Dana Hess, KFPK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
Thanks, Dana. Let's check the KPK weather forecast.
Mainly clear skies expected for tonight, the low 61 to 65. It'll be hot Wednesday with sunshine and a high of 96 to 100. Hot Thursday with plenty of sunshine. The high once again 96 to 100 for Thursday. I'm AccuWeather's Drew Shannon on KFPK, Sacramento's News Radio.
90 in Sacramento, 89 in Roseville. And we're looking at your poll question today. It's about the right to repair. Big rally down to state capitol today. Folks saying they want to make it easier for people to be able to repair their laptops, cell phones, appliances, and other electronics. Not only because it's very expensive and you usually have to go somewhere special to get that kind of stuff repaired, but because of the high repair costs, people just end up buying new stuff, and tons of e-waste is created each year, so they think it's really bad in that regard. So what do you think? The right to repair, is this an important Senate bill? What do you think of it?
Yes, I guarantee any politician that votes against that will be getting a nice contribution from electronics supplier or manufacturer.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, we're such a throwaway society, and especially with all that e-waste, it doesn't break down. It's just centuries. So I think it would be great if we could fix it and continue on with what we have and stuff like that. So I'm positive for it. Thanks.
You know, all of you who gave up your turntables and LP records and reel-to-reel tape players in the 80s, we warned you that this would happen. Now look.
And a lot of people like turntables now, and records are back. All right, if you have a thought, pound 250 on your smartphone, keyword open mic, and I think we do have somebody who thinks it's a dumb idea, so we'll have that coming up too. All right, still ahead on your KFPK afternoon news. We'll check your traffic and weather together.